everybody. Welcome to Granite State of Mind. I'm your host, Rob Azvedo, with my good buddy, Paulie Stone.
Hey.
Hey. And you're listening to 95.3 FM, WMNH, Manchester's only downtown radio station, broadcasting live in the dead of summer, man, right here at Pembroke City Limits. And we have a terrific duo here tonight. Very old friends of the shows, dating back to, I think, when we were on Pleasant Street in Concord on 94.7, which we are back on again, thanks to Mr. Fred
That's
Richards.
awesome. So excited.
Saturday nights, 11
to
o'clock.
midnight.
But we'll cover that a lot. But right here, man, always an absolute honor to have these two in the house. And humility, there is no spot for it tonight. Betsy and Scott from Green Heron, welcome.
Fantastic.
Wow. Perfect start right here. Granite State of Mind, everybody, with Green Heron. You know them. Don't really even have to introduce them. It's Betsy and Scott, because they are pretty much, I mean, in my opinion, you're everywhere here, man. In New Hampshire, and I see you, and it's proud to see where you've come, where you've gone, so it's phenomenal. That song right there leads perfectly into the first question I had, which was about Sonics for Green Heron. The beginning of that song, right, sounded different than, I don't know, a different flavor to me than what I was typically would hear from Green Heron. Just the start of it,
Sounded
right?
like Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, we plagiarized Eye of the Tiger for that one.
Which I think is so cool. So, Betsy, that's new. A new piece right there, I take it?
Well, it's just something we threw in there.
It's an old fiddle tune called Lumber Wagon.
Okay.
I don't know where it comes from, but we got it from our friend Rob, and we loved it. And so we've been playing it a lot, and then I just kind of came up with that little intro, because Eye of the Tiger just, it rips,
I like it. And I know Eye of the Tiger, Rocky All the Way, I think that was 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
One of the Rockies, yeah.
Right, one of the
That
Rockies.
was awesome. Not gonna lie.
But do you purposely make it? Do you say to Betsy when you guys are sitting, hanging at home, doing a writing session, let's mix it up to go? Are you always looking to go sonically upward in your music and mix it up?
I think so, because we play a lot of bluegrass, a lot of old time, a lot of old fiddle tunes, and they all kind of start sounding the same, especially to the audiences we play to who don't really know this music too well. So kind of
you play one fiddle tune, you play another fiddle tune, it's going to be the same to an audience. It's like, oh, it's just a bunch of notes really fast, and it's hard to distinguish between them. So Yeah, occasionally we'll try to make something sound a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll kind of tweak things and add little stops and just interesting parts to keep things fresh.
And is that come in the sense of a certain guitar you might have to pick up and say, oh, I'm not getting that off this guitar? Because I imagine you have banjos, guitars, everything. Or do you just use one fiddle, Betsy?
I primarily use one. Sometimes I have another one that I tune in a different tuning pattern, but I pretty much use one.
And with your latest album out there, every record that you make, right? Are you going for something a little different from the one before?
I think so. Yeah, I think the first one we just kind of wanted an album, and we're like, oh, what do we do?
Yeah.
So we kind of just threw some songs, and then the next one we weren't even trying to make an album. We just had a bunch of songs, and there was this kind of songwriter challenge where you, in the month of February, you record 10 songs of your own, and so we kind of we took up the challenge, and we ended up releasing it as a full album.
Yeah.
And then, but we weren't really playing those songs, so we kind of we need an album that has the songs that we actually play, and so we finally did the last one, Feet on the Floorboards, and so it's a lot of older songs, a few new songs of ours that we play a lot, and we're still playing a lot of those songs.
Good for you. Feet on the Floorboards right here. Granite State of Mind with Green Heron. You listen to 95.3 FM. Manchester's only downtown radio station, and we're lucky enough on Saturday nights at 11 to be back up in Concord on 94.7, so check us out there.
Super exciting.
Yeah,
and
man.
Mondays, right? Didn't you say we air Mondays up there too?
Yeah, Mondays too. I just don't want to throw 1,000 different time slots at them, you know.
Sorry. Take notes. You should be taking notes
right.
while listening
Right,
to Granite
all of
State
this
of Mind.
down.
We got a lot
And then don't forget
information we're
Wednesdays
giving
at
you.
5:30. But so did you guys feel locked in the pocket when you made your new album?
Well, that one's over a year old now. But
Yeah, we recorded 2 years ago now. Yeah.
But it felt pretty good. I mean, that was what I would consider the best recording or best snapshot of what we play live, and I was the happiest with it of the three. But we are working on a new one.
Yeah,
hopefully
we're ready.
sometime.
Ready for a new one.
Is it accurate to say, and I've heard other creatives say that, but by the time you're done with an album, you guys are done with the album, but now you got to go present the album,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Because you've been saying those lyrics and playing those notes for months after day. I mean, months after months, day after day, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's always the case. Yeah, we started working on new stuff. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and we've been playing that stuff a lot, and so we're probably already sick of it before we even recorded it yet.
But at the same time, we play songs still that we've been playing since we started as a band, which was 6 or 7 years ago.
But that's a lot of old songs. It's those old songs they stand the test of time. You know, the Hesitation Blues and all those old bluegrass songs. Yeah.
The advent of all this hyper technology, which happened, right? A good things in sense, and very bad, I think, in senses, right? But finding that old timey stuff, to know Hesitation Blues is out there, it's 10 times easier, 100 times easier than say in the 80s or the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, yeah. Everything's on YouTube,
right?
All those old fiddle tunes.
Such a beautiful thing.
And so 20 years ago, or definitely 50 years ago, a lot of those tunes you'd have to go find some old guy in North Carolina that plays a fiddle and just tell him, hey, play some tunes for me. And then you kind of have to, capture them somehow. But now it's on YouTube somehow.
Which is awesome, because go back in time, and whoever recorded that the first time, be like, hey, listen, in so many years, this thing's going to be on the internet, which is mind-blowing, and 1 million people can watch it at the same time.
Yeah.
The other funny thing to me about those old fiddle tunes and stuff is you had a field recording of someone playing it, and then that is considered how the tune goes, even though that would have just been a take that someone did, and maybe it was they messed up or whatever.
Any culture, the stuff's always evolving. So it's funny how these tunes were kind of captured, even though we just saw a snapshot. They didn't start out like that, and they shouldn't end like that. But they're always evolving. But yeah, people kind of look at it like you're in a library or like reading it in a textbook. It's a living thing. It's not something that just kind of sits there in history.
While you guys are answering that question, I've been watching stuff about the Civil War for some reason this week. I've been, listening to interviews with Shelby Foote. I wonder how much of this music was made. I wonder if any music that you guys play on stage in 2023 was made during the Civil War.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure. Like Stephen Foster, when was he? He was like publishing stuff, I don't think long after the Civil War. Mm-hmm. And people are still playing, whatever, Camptown Races, I think, is one of his songs. And all these songs are still being played.
Well, at least they had a plethora of material to write about. Granite State of Mind, 95.3 FM with Green Heron. What are you going to hit us with?
Let's play one of those new songs. This is a song we wrote. It's called The Riverboat Dave. It's about a guy named Dave.
Okay.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
There's a man who's got nothing to lose, loves his women like he wears his shoes, starts the day with a bottle of booze, they call him Riverboat Dave. Well, he wakes up about 5 o'clock, sails down the river pulling into dock. Eagle was wide as a city block, they call him Riverboat Dave. He won't be laid down in the ground, you find him chasing women all over town. He don't care about a nickel fare, oh, they call him Riverboat Dave. Nothing to do, only spends $1 every week or two. He ain't never gonna say I do, they call him Riverboat Dave. Now the river is wide and the river is deep, he can float a ferry even in his sleep. He may sow, but he ain't gonna reap, they call him Riverboat Dave. He won't be laid down in the ground, you find him chasing women all over town. He don't care about a nickel fare, oh, they call him Riverboat Dave. Oh, yes they do. Now good old Dave, he's a mighty good man, won't be a part of any master plan. They know his name all across the land, they call him Riverboat Dave. He won't be laid down in the ground, you find him chasing women all over town. He don't care about a nickel fare, oh, they call him Riverboat Dave. He won't be laid down in the ground, you find him chasing women all over town. He don't care about a nickel fare, oh, they call him Riverboat Dave. They call him Riverboat Dave.
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful. Just beautiful. Scott and Betsy Heron here. They are Green Heron, man. They are a folk duo, but they've, they play festivals all over the place, man. And have you had a good summer with that stuff?
Oh, it's been fun.
It's been been a pretty busy summer. I can't think of anything worth talking about. That's always how it is.
We did like a road trip and hit a festival or two.
Yeah,
yeah, just a bunch of gigs.
Tell me about this New Hampshire Chronicles Word Barn series down there in Newfield or Exeter, right?
Exeter, yeah.
And at their beautiful Word Barn that they have. Tell me about that and how that the shot was. They did a video and
yeah. Well, they had a couple years ago when the pandemic first hit, they did this Summer Songfest series where they had artists send in a video that we just took at our house, and they kind of aired those over the course of the summer. And so this year they revamped it to have like a longer segment where they interviewed people, and each band went, I think it's 9 bands or so.
something like that.
We all went to the Word Barn to film, and did a few songs on the stage, and they had all their camera people. It was pretty cool.
How many hours did that take? Did all the performers perform there that one take?
They
one
kind of
time?
like lined it up so like we showed up at, I don't know, 11 a.m. or
Yep.
something, and we were probably done by 1 o'clock. And so then the next band came in, and so they're doing that throughout the
one
day.
song
so.
they give you?
I think we did 4.
We
Really?
did 4 songs.
And I had the biggest drone I've ever seen in my life. It was like a helicopter.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Well, they do it great. Anybody, if you have never heard about the Word Barn down there in Exeter, it is absolutely beautiful. It's right off 101. Ben Anderson and his wife, they run a top-notch operation down there. And they are one of those people, they get artists before they break. And so Bren's got a great ear for talent. I mean, Tyler Childers played down there, who's enormous. I'm seeing him down in Boston.
Yeah.
Sierra Farrell's played down there.
Pokey Lafarge was there
all of
last year at some point.
Yeah, we're gonna play there.
We're there.
I'm not saying we fall into that category, but we're playing there with a new old time string band that we formed called Little Wishbone in October. I
And
think.
Green Heron's going to be there with our friend Todd Heron, no relation.
Oh, hello, yeah.
But,
With an
I
E.
know Todd's been here in this barn.
Yeah.
He's one of our favorites.
And how is that? Is he coming with his crew, or is he coming solo? And
He's going to have his full band.
Oh, yeah.
He's been doing this great full country band.
They did that show here.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
when
it
they
was
came to
great.
the barn.
And I
it
think
was
he's-
fantastic.
Yeah, I think he's doing his album release. He's got a new one, which we're on 3 or 4 songs on his new album, so that should be coming out. I think that's the release party. I'm pretty
We
sure.
have it in the
Don't-
tape. We have a CD player over here in Pembroke City Limits. I mean, it costs about $17 from Walmart. But Todd's CD is in there right now because when I'm screwing around here
Nice.
during the week, I pop some music on, and he's somebody I play.
Very nice.
He's
You know
awesome.
what we should get for the barn? Side note, an
Hookah.
8-track player that still works. We need an 8-track player.
Could
in
do
here.
it. We could do it. Everybody, Green Heron here at Pembroke City Limits, 95.3 FM, WMNH, Manchester's only downtown radio station. Home of Pete White in the morning, Kyle Heavey's phenomenal show on Sundays, right? Still 10 o'clock, Kyle? And it's always great to turn my head to see you, pal. And then what else, man? Matt Connaughton's show, he does a great job. Paulie Retro Spectrum Radio is on Fridays, so tune in. Majestic Theater, thank you very much. Oh, with Rob Dion, is that right? Thank you very much. And don't forget, 94.7 FM, we are on Saturdays at 11 o'clock. Stone Man, thanks for all you do. Thank you. I love you. I can't hear you because I don't know if the volume's up or I got wax in my ears. Oh, is it? Okay, I got it. Granite State of Mind, want to do one more, then take a little powder?
Sure.
Okay, great.
We're gonna do a Carter Family song called "You Better Let That Liar Alone." Oh, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, just let me tell you what a liar would do. He's always coming with something new that'll steal your heart with a false pretense, making out like he's your bosom friend. If you don't want to get in trouble, if you don't want to get in trouble, if you don't want to get in trouble, you better let that liar alone. When a liar takes the notion to bend the truth, well, lay around your neighbors and get the news. And nearly every day when you look out, you can see that liar coming to your
Pembroke City Limits, Paulie Stone. Boy, what else do we need here? Outstanding, man. Listen, 95.3 FM, WMNH. Everybody sit back, pop a cold one, pour a vodka, wine. What would be your choice, Paulie?
It depends on the mood, but I'd really rather go for a Captain and Coke. I like to sit sail with Captain.
Well then, Pop, I'll get the whiskey. Kyle, you get the Coke.
Let's go.
Gonzo, go get the ice. We'll set Paulie up, and we'll come back in 3 songs. Everybody relax. We'll see you in a minute. Yes. Welcome back to Granite State of Mind, everybody. 95.3 FM, Manchester's only downtown radio station. That cut right there was our good buddies, the Rippin' E-Breaks, man. Made a great album, Memory of the Century. And that song right there is called Bad Blood. Check it out, Spotify. We've had Betsy and Scott, Green Heron here, the first half. We're going to do it again. We said, we've all voted, all the people here. We said, yeah, let's do this again, 3 more songs. So that was wonderful. So we talked about what's been going on. Why don't I ask you, Betsy, you, for the people that are out there don't know, you come from a pretty musical family. You have 3 other sisters, and you have a band called the Green Sisters, which have been around, very successful and all of that. Who did your father, who also knew was a part-time musician, right, as well? Did he give you any advice for playing in music that you and keeping a band together that that you still carry with you today?
That's a great question. I'd say, he didn't. I can't think of any specific advice he gave us, but he was definitely motivational in terms of like he always really wanted to play music, and then he got us to join him on stage, him and my mom, and then just kind of the driving force of like, oh, well, you girls should still play and all that kind of thing. He's not really an advice man.
He made you come up on
stage.
He
did make us come on stage.
He didn't encourage you.
But he must have seen, like I was thinking about you last night. I was thinking about the Green Sisters and the interview tonight and all of that. And your dad must have felt like a king among kings having the 3 girls, because I'm a dad, I have a daughter, and it's quite different having a daughter. You know what I mean? There's a upper level, not an upper level of love. There's just something different, right? And so he had 4 daughters. What my guess is you're all like a year apart.
Yep.
And you form this great band called the Green Sisters, and it takes off, right?
Yeah, he's definitely very proud of us, and he plays with us sometimes. He'll play his Stratocaster with us.
He does,
which is fun.
That's great.
He always wanted a son.
Well, I always say that's why there's 4 of us, because he really wanted to have a son, I think, but it never happened.
Kept trying.
And Scott came on the scene, boy, he said, oh, another musician, Green, right there. Learn something. We got Green Heron here on Granite State of Mind, everybody. We are on Thursday nights in Manchester at 9 o'clock, and check us out on 94.7 FM, Saturday nights at 11 o'clock, WNHN. Let's dig into another cut. What's this going to be about?
Well, we're going to do a Hazel Dickens song, a West Virginia songwriter, called The Working Girl Blues. This is on our latest album as well. Well, I got the early Monday morning working blues, and I put on my worn out working shoes. Oh, well, the weekend was too short, but I can't choose, 'cause when the Lord made the working girl, he made the blues. And I'm tired of working my life away and giving somebody else all
Outstanding right there. Green Heron here live at Pembroke City Limits, man. Getting it done as always. Thank you there, Paulie. Feeling live here. Hey, Scott, people don't know this, man. You were a metalhead before you were a folkster, brother.
Yes.
Yep.
Once upon
and a
time.
big time into it.
Oh, yeah, small. Yeah, all right.
But you love metal.
Yeah, I kind of grew up playing it. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to do it. I don't know what more there is to say on it.
Well, I have a follow-up question. What did you bring anything from your metal life into the folk scene?
Yeah, it's kind of like I hear it a lot. Like it's a common transition to have like a metalhead, go into like bluegrass because it's a lot of the same kind of technical stuff. Actually, it really is.
No, for real. You're not
totally.
joking.
Yeah, totally
Yeah,
true.
all the
Tell us, what do you mean?
the
Explain.
shredding on the guitar.
Like metal, the kind of metal I played, there's like a lot of like kind of classical influence in there where you're doing kind of classical scales.
Hit us.
But just through. Oh, I'm not going to play any.
Okay. Yeah.
Give us a taste.
Yeah. But like bluegrass, it's the same thing. Just you're playing a different scale. You're playing major scales and whatnot. So it's Billy Strings is a guy who played punk rock and metal.
Did he?
And yeah, I am pretty sure. And he transitioned and.
Well, I guess we could think now that you bring it up, like Sturgill Simpson. I mean, he was, what did we know him at? A number of years ago, bluegrass, right? Then he got country, and then all of a sudden he turns out about as heavy of a heavy metal album as you can
Wait,
imagine.
did he really?
Oh God, yes.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
Oh no.
I gotta check this out.
Oh,
Yeah,
he did that just
cool.
to piss off the labels because he had one album left on his contract.
And
So
he did a
said,
metal
I'll make a
album?
metal one.
I gotta
I gotta
listen
listen
to
to
that.
that.
Yeah, he's great, man.
So yeah, it's all just music, really.
Yeah, I love it, man. Green Heron here, Granite State of Mind. How's the crowd like it, man? Very thankful to have them and my man Paulie Stone, of course, Nick Serafin too. He's the guy that's been shooting the videos, the great videos for about half this summer right now. It's great. We got we got a YouTube page called Pembroke City Limits. All the work on there is Nick, so thank you for all your hard work, buddy. Really appreciate that. What do you say we dig into another tune? Because then I got to promote, I don't know if you guys know Erica Cushman-Benton, but she's putting on, they've got a big thing going on September 16 up in Thornton, New Hampshire. It's called New Hampshire WomenFolk.com. I think they got a big gig up there, so check that out.
Cool.
It's kind of fitting that she hit me up today.
Oh, she's
She
great.
must have seen that Green Heron was going to be here.
I'm sure that's exactly what happened.
I think it pretty much is. Green Heron here, Granite State of Mind, 95.3 FM, live at the barn.
We're going to do a John Prine tune. It's called The Fish and Whistle.
Well, I've been thinking lately about the people I meet. Car wash on the corner and the hole in the street. Where my ankles hurt and the shoes on my feet. And I'm wondering if I'm gonna see tomorrow. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing into heaven. I was in the army, but I never dug a trench. I used to bust my knuckles on a monkey wrench. Then I go to town and I give the girls a pinch, but I don't think that they ever even notice me. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing into heaven. Fish and a whistle, whistle and a fish. Eat everything that they put on a dish. When we get through, we'll make a big wish that we'll never have to do this again.
right there. Great cover. John Prine right there. Granite State of Mind with Green Heron, everybody, right here. It has been so great. I just have one more question, then we'll do a little promotion. What else you guys got going on this summer? It's a great documentary out about Jason Isbell. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's on HBO, making of his new album. And him and his wife, Amanda Shire, they are writing partners. And there are very intimate, raw scenes about how they can collide being writing partners, because she's got like a master in writing and he writes differently than that. So when you guys write together, how does it work? And are you willing to be hard critics of each other when you're making an album?
I would say that we never really write together at all, actually. Usually one of us writes a song or like most of a song and then shows it to the other one. And then we do offer some critical feedback, but it's not usually, that harsh, I would say.
Oh, yeah. We kind of we have these sessions where we'll kind of take a song to one another and just work things out. And try different parts. Like the recent new songs we've been working on, we've been reworking a bunch of songs, brand new songs. We try it one way and it's oh, that's not working after playing it. And so we're kind of just
we'll try different instruments or try the most that we've done together is I will finish some lyrics or something to a song that Scott has.
Yeah, on that last album, we had a couple of co-writes. One really sappy song I Sing With You. This is total love song. So I started, a line, and then she would do the next line,
and then I finished the line.
Isn't that sweet? It's pretty terrible, but then it does.
We finish each other's sandwiches.
You do? That's awesome, man. Green Heron, Scott and Betsy Heron, a happy couple out there. Maybe folk music is the way to the purity of everybody's heart. Who knows, man? Who knows? Listen to 95.3 FM, Manchester's only downtown radio station, or as I like to say, the only one that really matters out there. And can't thank you enough, guys, for coming in. You want to bang out one more, and then we'll... Did you have one more?
Yeah, we'll do one more.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Check them out. What do you got going on for shows? Let everybody know.
Oh, we have some main dates coming up. Oh, geez.
Yeah, end of August and beginning of September, Labor Day weekend, we're doing a cool playing on the Wiscasset Railway, where you can ride the train, and then we do a little concert, and then we ride the train back. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that'll be a fun gig. I think that's
a good gig.
Yeah, north of Portland. Yeah, that should be a good time. But yeah, we have a website, greenheronmusic.com and /shows.
We got some stuff this fall that's with a full bluegrass band, so we'll have 3 other people playing with us. That'll be kind of a fuller sound.
Yeah, they'll be at the Applecrest Farm.
Yeah, and check out their swag too. All of it is the art of Betsy, man. So Betsy does their T-shirts and coffee mugs, shot glasses. Probably not shot glasses. But anyways, beautiful artist, man. I just handed her a propeller to do her thing on recently. So
maybe we'll start selling propellers.
You never know, man.
We can sell at least one.
But Betsy, honestly, I look forward to that, man, because we're going to put that up someplace in here and it'll be there forever. Hey, man, been listening to Granite State of Mind, 95.3 FM. Green Heron, Scott, Betsy, thank you so much, everybody. We'll give them 5 right there. One more song.
Thank you. Well, all right, why don't we do this? We're going to do the sappy love song to finish it off. It's called Song I Sing With You.
Won't you sing me a song as the day grows long? I swear I'll hum along too. Though the sun soon will set, I won't soon forget this song I sing with you. We'll break our bread on a soft grassy bed by the ripple of the murmuring spring. And there we will be with the birds and the trees to find what each morning will bring. And every night by firefly light, remember the words that ring true. The moon lights the way and together we'll play this song I'll sing with you. When we wander will down the slow rolling hill, in the chill or in the warm midday glow, what a joy to find that we both have in mind to learn what the other may know. On the sweet summer air is our sweet love so fair, like the feathers in the tree swallow's nest, and the birds in the sky and the blue in your eye are the sights that I love the best. Every night by firefly light, remember the words that ring true. The moon lights the way and together we'll play this song I sing with you. Play me a tune on the first day of June about what the moon wants to say. We'll dance with the stars and make the night ours, and together we'll be till the day. And every night by firefly light, remember the words that ring true. The moon lights the way and together we'll play this song I sing with you. This song I sing with you.
Fantastic.
Delectable, man, right there. Green Heron, check them out. greenheronmusic.com, man. Check them out live, man. They are great. Book them, Johnny. Paulie Stone, thank you very much, pal.
Thank
Love
you very much. I love you too,
Thanks for
brother.
everybody for coming by tonight. And don't forget, Manchester, you know what we say every Friday night. Don't drive drunk. Don't get in any fist fights. God's sakes, Manchester, lay off that needle. You're too damn good for it. Give me some chicken, baby.